5 essential college tips from someone who graduated 4 years with a triple major in math, computer science, and computer engineering. So I just wanted to make this video for people who are either just entering college, are in the middle of college, or almost done with college, so they could help them with their college experience. Tip number 1, sit in the front. This is a really important tip because a lot of people either sit in the back and fall asleep, or sit in the middle and really don't take full advantage of this college course. College courses are really expensive, and you want to take the most you can out of it. Sitting in the front allows you to do that. When you sit in the front, it forces you to focus because you can't doodle, text, or mess around when the teacher's right in front of you. And the teacher might be more likely to call on you if you're right there. It also forces you to pay attention because the material is so close to the board. This is also really important, not just for focusing reasons, but because it allows the teacher to see you, see your face, and get used to you. So that way when you ask for a recommendation, he will give it to you. Recommendations are really important. You'll need them if you want to go to grad school, if you want to do certain types of programs in college, if you want to apply for academic scholarships. Tip number 2, get homework done as soon as possible. This is really important because a lot of times professors give you a decent amount of homework and you don't want to wait till last minute because maybe you'll get like half of it done, but you'll really miss out on some of the more important problems that take longer amounts of time, and those might be the problems you skip. Not just that, a lot of times college classes require you to do homework and actually give you a grade on it. So my advice is right after class, if you have time, or when you get home if you have a really busy schedule, just try to get the homework done as soon as it comes out. Just trek through it. If you get stuck on something, move on. Just try to get as much done in a short amount of time span as possible. Get the majority of the bulk work done. Majority of the grunt work out of the way. That way, later, when you have more free time to dedicate to the homework, you could spend it on the problems that will actually matter, the problems that will actually grow you, not just the practice problems. Tip number 3, GPA is forever. Now, unless you go to a community college and you plan to transfer to a 4-year college, your GPA is sticking with you. And even if you are going to community college, you're going to want a decent GPA so that way you could transfer to a nice 4-year school. When you want to apply to jobs, it's going to be there on your resume. Or if it's not, people are going to assume things and they're going to ask about it. This, along with tip number 4, are the 2 things people regret the most once they graduate college. GPA is important for a lot of reasons. It helps you to get academic scholarships, internships, and jobs once you graduate. It is also one of the 2 things that people regret the most once they graduate. This, and along with tip number 4, are the 2 things people regret most once they graduate. Use this saying as a motivating tool. When you feel like there's a really hard exam coming up, but you're stressed out, or you just want to go out, and you really feel like everybody's having fun, but you're not. Just say to yourself, GPA is forever. GPA is forever. Going out to the bar, going out with friends, playing video games, going on the internet, that's just temporary. But GPA is forever. Now don't over-stress out about it because the differences between small GPAs won't matter much. But when people make that sort of excuse constantly, it starts to add up. So just remember, try to push yourself, but not too hard. Tip number 4, GPA isn't everything. Now what do I mean by that? Internships. You probably heard this a lot. And these are really important. And they're really annoying sometimes because when you're studying for school and you want to apply for internships, a lot of times you apply for one and you put a lot of work into the application, a lot of work into the interview, and then you don't even get the internship. And then you feel like, wow, I just wasted over 10 hours on something that didn't even pan out. And I could have put it towards studying for this class that I'm struggling with. But you shouldn't look at it like that. Internships are great because the application process, the interview process, everything that goes along with it really does prepare you for when you graduate from college. And another thing is, once you graduate from college, jobs like to see that you have done past internships. Your past internship may even offer you a full-time position once you graduate. Internships are also a great source of money. I used to have a part-time job when I was in college, and it paid barely above minimum wage. My internship paid at least doubled. So internships are great. They make you money, you could save it up, have a good time, you learn key skills, you get to network with people in the industry, it looks great on your resume, and it prepares you for once you graduate. Also, one more side note about internships. Don't let it be discouraging and don't let it be a daunting task. When I first started thinking about applying to internships when my friends were, I was thinking to myself, why would a company want me? I do some classes here and there, and I do pretty well, but how is knowing partial fraction decomposition going to help a company? How is knowing the introduction to Java course going to help a company? If I owned a company like Merrill Lynch, why would I hire me? What could I bring to the company? And I was really looking at it the wrong way. Because it's not what I could necessarily bring to the company, it's what the company would gain from me being there. So a lot of times a company would like you to come in as an internship, so that way you'll become more entrenched in their culture. You get used to programming in their ways, and you won't get already stuck in your ways. A lot of times companies have people who are really old and are used to doing things a certain way and don't like to move on to the new ways. But interns, they're fresh. They're ready to learn the new and exciting ways of doing things. Also, once you graduate, there are a lot of companies out there. And if you have an internship, you're more likely to pick your internship as your next full-time position. So an internship allows the company to sell their company to you so that way you'll pick them once you graduate. Number 5, structured breaks. This one I feel is really important and a lot of people overlook. A lot of times it's common sense that GPA is important, internships are great, and that sitting in the front, you even hear that from a lot of people sometimes. But this is a suggestion I rarely see. Structured breaks are really important because a lot of times people just take a break or they don't take breaks at all and then they hit a wall. Yes, breaks are important. You want to take breaks and pace yourself, but you don't just want to take a random break because what happens is if you say, okay, I did half my math homework already, time to take a break, and you go on Facebook, you'll be scrolling and scrolling, but before you know it, boom, you wasted 3 hours. And you'll be like, wow, where'd the time go? Now it's time for me to go to bed and I haven't finished my math homework. Versus if you set an alarm clock and put it down for 1 hour and you take your break, once that alarm clock rings, you'll be like, you know what? I took a good amount of break. That was fair. Time for me to get back to work. It'll keep you from going overboard and it'll still allow you to take those breaks that you really need. Thanks for watching. Please share and subscribe. Comment on the next topic you would like to see or for me to cover. It could be anything, ranging from math, computer science, to economics, to stocks. If there's something I don't know, I'll look into it. So again, this is Lucas Cervera, and thanks for watching.